Listen to him roaring a bar, a dimmer to Corky Greer.
Tompkins kicking over his first point in the championship.
He was a perfectionist. He's an icon down in Cork.
Given a bit of space, and he puts it over the bar.
This guy was a machine.
Tompkins has done it. And the kick by Larry Tompkins on target. He's given it everything. Is it right? It is.
Bíochas gur le Cork Aniter Larry Tompkins is le na chundé dúchas Kildare a bhí se na réalt faois.
Played my first senior game for Kildare in the National League in 78-79, and really from then on, really until 1985, I was a constant member on the Kildare senior football team.
Ach níor a cuasaí eacnamaíocht do go maith éirins na hochtúidí, agus cé go má peladóid idir chundé bhí an, níor an dar na ráha ag Larry ach a gháil ar mád bán.
I didn't want to go anywhere. I wanted to stay in Ireland. I wanted to play with Kildare. I wanted to try and get success. It was an easy decision to leave and to go. I suppose I got an opportunity.
Agus thug an deisisin go Laochra, áitir tháirin an CLG I Miscí na Héireann le chéile.
Every week when I played in Gaelic Park, you'd meet friends, you'd meet neighbours, you'd meet people that you played with, whether it was on the county scene or on the club scene. They were even there. And certainly New York was a great buzz there every Sunday playing matches.
Ach níor a se bhádháil gur chuir Kildare gluocha le híocht bhaile agus immerste gréibh Lion, agus bhí báir de chundé sásta íca sa ticead.
Arrived back home, played the match. We played in Navan, we beat by 3 points by Meath, and they informed me in the dressing room after the game that there was a problem with the ticket. I went in and talked to Pat Dunny, Seamus Aldridge, who were the secretary and chairman of the Kildare County Board at the time, and they informed me that there was seen that they didn't need me anymore, that they weren't willing to pay for the ticket.
That day, he said to me, Sean, I'll never play for Kildare again. He felt really deeply hurt. And that's the way life goes. It can happen over something, a misunderstanding, or maybe not known about things in time or whatever. But that was the crux of the matter.
Ní chuireach Larry Gansi Kildare a gríimir ríist, agus bégan go chára le síca sa ticead a eisce nó Laochra. Ach fiús gur an cluban sin aige, bhrá se bhain baile.
He was quite friendly with a group of lads from Castlehaven in New York. They were all involved, I think, with Donegal club at the time. He might have said in a bar some night or after training some night he was anxious to go back and play football, and the boys had him signed up, and the next thing he was in West Cork.
Agus níor a se bhád an sin, go bhfuair se gluocha le.
Billy Morgan made contact with me in relation to would I give it a go with Cork and train with him, and I said I'd give it a go.
In 87, from a Cork point of view, there was a lot of change. I wouldn't have seen anyone that would have trained as hard as him. I thought I was the bee's knees cat's pyjamas, of course, and when this guy arrived, all that went out the window.
Ach cén bhá dionach an tréineáil sin, Deicí a gluifi canis na mún an 1987 in aina riachta Keary.
Larry Tompkins angling himself for the kick. He can do little wrong.
In Cork, Kerry had beaten him so many times, but I felt probably coming in from the outside that stigma was still there.
Hangs in the air. Paddy Hayes there with John O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll has scored for Cork. Trying to make a rapid reply. This is really picking up the Kerry. That's Milan inside for Lloyd Liston. Must be a goal. It is.
We laid that game right through from start to finish until less than a minute ago, and the brilliance of Mike Sheehy again.
Mikey the captain looking for the Kerry goal that will seal it. Is it there? Yes it is. I don't believe it.
Lord of Mercy and John Kearns. However, while the rest of us were on the ground just saying, not again, John had the ball kicked out to the 50-yard line.
Referee's whistle has sounded. It's going to be a free, I think. And Larry Tompkins has this free 2 minutes into injury time. The most vital kick I think he's ever taken. In his first Munster Championship match, the Kildare man can level it up. He's done just that. There's the final whistle. It ends a draw. What an end. What a match.
Agus Gilárnian teachtan dar gíon, thug siad faoin na chéile ríist.
And going to Killarney, I think we had no fear whatsoever.
Larry Tompkins, the free taker. The vital kick. He's put it over the bar.
Nid o'n gyf Keary I Irish and kept him gyf Corky. I talk on Tussig, like, you know.
Seems to be the final nail thrust into the coffin. And there's the whistle. Cork are the champions. In what surely is the end
that was the defining moment of the Cork team, that getting over this barrier of Kerry, and we beat him by 6 points.
Le craobh na mún grú Jacob is siad Gael bhí rumpa glufiil cheannis na héireann.
Galway put up an unbelievable performance the same day.
Scoring opportunity, and Galway are in front after 15 seconds. Linking up with Hayes, the shot. Oh, it's a goal! It caught a deflection. Daly rifling. Oh, it's a brilliant shot! That's precisely what they needed.
Agus teanna dro deireann na himmarsa bhí Cork go cólí nuáin gól ach bheadh deisúáin eilechab.
John O'Driscoll held up about 46 metres out by a combination of Tomás Deeney and Seamus McHugh.
I wanted that free. I wanted to take that free. I wanted to have the opportunity. And when I stood up to that free, I knew I was going to put it over the bar.
Larry Tompkins, this is 46.
From where I was standing, it looked like as if it was 70 yards, and it was a pressure kick.
Here he comes. He's given it everything. Is it right? It is! The sides are level! What an incredible comeback!
Dearan go dagan an féin bhuiíonn sin an leachta go léir, agus le ní dólan go dhénéine ag an am sin níos mó leachta ná Larry.
And there it is, the final whistle sounds. What a dramatic finish it's been!
That kick just made our year, got us into an All-Ireland final because we beat Galway in the replay.
Bhí sé scaca buna na Gael an darna lá agus scóra Larry éon cholín Jacob. Den géadhfuir an 1963 bhí de réis a glufiigh ceannis na héireann.
Inside, down towards Colm O'Neill, got there ahead of his man is Terry Ferguson. That's the opening point.
We led that game 6 points to 1 at one stage. We had a great chance of a goal.
As he wants, brilliantly saved by Mick Lyons.
I think nerves took over. I think Meath were much more calculated.
Once again it's dangerous. Bernard Flynn, it's outside by the goalkeeper, but this time it's in. It's a goal by Colm O'Rourke.
That desire or that development that we needed to win the All-Ireland title probably wasn't there on that particular day.
David Beggy once again eluding his marker. There's the shot, and there's the point from David Beggy.
Our team was probably a little bit older than their team was. You had lads who had been on the team for a long, long time, some of the 12, 13 and 14 years, and hadn't had success at all.
Meath have won the All-Ireland final with a team of great strength, great purpose, and great resolve as they showed in the second half. As the parade winds down along in front.
An bhliain dar gíon buad na fórne céanna bhí sa glufiigh ceannis a ríist.
Can Meath confirm their position as the best team in the country, or will Cork atone for last year?
Ach níor a Larry céad faoin géad.
Probably after 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just a ball broke in midfield and just went to dart onto it and bang, hamstring. I felt it going, or it did go. There was a tear in it. I was kind of heading to the line to tell Billy the problem, but Billy was heading to the line or coming to me, and before I got it out to tell him I had a hamstring, he had shouted to me to go midfield, and I just said okay, and I just forgot about it. I just wiped it out of my mind and said, if this is my last game I'll ever play, I want to win this.
Back to Tompkins. Point number 3, and it sails over the bar. Tompkins going for the shot, and the score, and the sides level again. You can see the determination in his face. That's onto his kicking boot, and it's over, it sails, and Cork have retaken the lead.
Níor a tad atarab, agus nuair a bhín tám beag nach caite, fá go kick saoir ag Larry le Cork go chuireann cín.
Now, we head towards the 1 minute point. It's going to be Tompkins who will take it.
Dave Barry was fouled. I remember distinctly Dave kind of shoved it to me and said, you know, put it over.
This is the most vital kick he's ever taken. He's just blessed himself. Will the gods smile favourably upon his pleas?
I just turned around to Hill 16 before I turned into that canal and I blessed myself. And I knew when I turned around, I'd put that ball over the bar.
Will it be a winner? It's on its way. Cork are in front.
When I left my boot, I didn't have to look. Ball was gone over. And Dave Barry jumped up on my shoulders and thought the game was over.
Ach bhí go le mór up.
With 25 seconds to go. This is O'Connell. Can they get on level terms? Cork must not foul. Meath must get a point. It's a free in.
Would the free have been given had the sides been level? I don't know.
9 for Cork. 11 points. for Meath. 45 seconds into injury time, and the sides are level. It ends in a draw. The referee leaves the game with the Cork players protesting about that last decision. Disappointment for Tompkins.
Bheithar bimmerste ríist faoi cheant rí seachtaní, ach bhí tean an na hoscaide gortaí ag Larry.
I got on a flight on the Tuesday after the first game, and I spent 2.5 weeks in Old Trafford getting treatment from their physio at that time, who was Jim McGregor in Manchester United.
When Larry arrived over there, that these guys thought that he was absolutely, completely loopers altogether, from the point of view that he was in better shape than them. They couldn't believe that he was an amateur when it came to getting himself right, like that. He left no stone unturned.
Here's one of the most talked about players, of course, Larry Tompkins. Of course, he was in Old Trafford over the last 2 weeks, getting attention for a hamstring injury.
The replaying, it was, I suppose there was fire in every angle.
Larry Tompkins offended. The referee allows play to continue. Sees it the fair challenge from Colin Coyle. Cahalan, there was a wild miss that time, and the referee going back there.
Bear nach raibh Corky Golub dóibh. Don léthe physical sin. Nú the correct Jerry McIntyre and Bark and sin. In honor and VT to Massacela, so only get a dimmer sheet in his fan.
And they stretched it to a 2-point advantage thanks to Bogey. The referee is calling for the ball, and it's all over. Meath are still the All-Ireland champions, defeating Cork for the second year in succession.
Ach níor háil fearan bhísníríomha, agus a bhíon dar gíon bhí do réis so gluficanis gon tríú blian as a chéile, a tuairtaí Wio.
Darren Grave Dini Borha, ach igen on Kena, vi winning the Carson Verdon.
I would say we went into it very nervous, a lot of weight on our shoulders.
Larry Tompkins, first opportunity to belt this one in. Cork are in front.
This was our, you could say, our fourth attempt between the replay in 88 and 87. And we knew if we didn't get over the line this time that we'd, the Cork public would, and the players would lose confidence, and it was a massive game for us.
Here's Tompkins steadying himself. It's right-footed, it's curling. It's gone over.
There was never more than a couple of pints in that game at any stage.
Players to aim at. Finnerty is one of them. The driving shot. Oh, it's gone screaming across the face of the goal.
I'm sure if Kernsey was alive, he'd say he'd had covered all the way. But from where I was, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure of that, Had that gone in, it could have wrecked our head, because we had already been there on 3 occasions in the previous 2 years and couldn't close the deal.
Is the game going to be won and lost in the next few minutes? Kenny McCarthy flying. It's over the bar. Well tackled by Micheál Collins, but it's still McCarthy. And the high-angle shot has gone over the crossbar. And there it is. Cork are the All-Ireland football champions. For Billy Morgan's men, the Odyssey ends in some style.
The Vianna Credun to Billy Morgan, Augustus name Rory, who rode the Robble to and to spawn to Shinna Hort Teresh on Brewer o Fasik of Europe.
Jaide le hob a lámór, ach bhí lámór eile Larry an bhliain sin na de grú glánbarachan craomhhunde den géad wadidíomh.
It was a brilliant moment, title ever. Every man, woman and child down there was so thrilled and so happy. It was a brilliant year.
An bhliain a bhí naide gochtún í go Larry le na chlub agus conde, ach níor sé críoch na fós.
Forget your troubles and just get happy. We're here to chase all your cares away. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. Get ready for a brand new day. Come on, get happy. Get ready for a brand new day.
These days, life is full on, but you wouldn't change a thing. So if you're an Electric Ireland customer, you can stay happy with savings of up to 8.5% off every electricity and gas bill, year after year. Go online now.
Your car insurance premium is on average €50 higher because of insurance fraud. It's not funny when it's your money. Insurance fraud. If you see it, report it.
If you enjoy the taste of butter, but also want that little push from plant stanols to help your cholesterol fall, you're going to love new Benecol with butter. Not only is it a delicious butter blend, but it's also our most effective cholesterol-lowering spread yet. Great tasting, cholesterol-lowering, new Benecol with butter.
Stay happy with up to 8.5% savings off every electricity and gas bill year after year. Go online now.
Le Craven Hyundai grúteag Larry Tompkins in 8 ba captain Chorca na Rwansiad cluife canis na héireann amach don garú blian as a chéile agus for sé 10 in 9
It was a dull day. They were All-Ireland champions from the previous year, having beaten Mayo. Like all teams who win an All-Ireland, it brings something an aura about them.
And Hill 16 belongs to the Cork fans this afternoon as Cork play in their 4th successive final, seeking to complete the All-Ireland double, hurling and in football.
I think it was the most focused Cork team I have seen or played with over those years.
This was a Cork team that weren't going to be intimidated by anybody.
He's driven it over. Larry Tompkins with his first point of the match, and Cork lead by 2 points to no score. Oliver O'Rourke is calling for it. Brian Stafford going it alone, and that is a brilliant piece of finishing.
Tussles were strong. You know, it was hard hitting, as you know what we came to expect with Cork and Meath.
He's been sent off.
Unroad is Queen and Findlay Sin Nagur Gortig Larry Vaugnask.
Larry Tompkins against Martin O'Connell. Strong challenge by O'Connell.
It was a wholehearted, honest-to-God tackle, and unfortunately my knee just went against me, and you know, when I was going one way, my knee decided to go another way. I just spontaneously just hopped up off the ground and just said I'd keep going.
If Larry had gone off, you can imagine the psychological effect that would have had on Cork.
Tompkins the free taker into Shea Fahy. And what's a very dark afternoon really here in Croke Park. The picture you're seeing is a good deal brighter, and it's looking particularly bright for Cork right now. Tompkins to extend Cork's lead if he can. He's done just that. There are 4 points between the teams.
Larry got 4 chances and he put them away, and that was the difference, and that was the essential difference between winning and losing.
Time almost up. They live on the edge of their seats. Are the 14 men to prevail? The double has been achieved. It's Cork's All-Ireland. It's Cork's year. And it's Castlehaven's Larry Tompkins who stands poised to collect the Sam Maguire. The broad smile on the face, I think, says it all. Sam Maguire goes proudly back to Lee's side. It's Sam and it's Liam in the 1 year for Cork.
Gosh, give you on and double Ian of Winter na car, winter and County, Kilora, Fang, the Shafton, you know.
And then the cup seen by the Cork people on an open-top bus to cheers and waving flags.
I didn't realise that the hurlers were going to be there. I think it was I think it was just kept kind of secret that they were going to be there with the cup.
Liam and Sam on the same stand together, a unique double as the captains of the hurling and football All-Ireland teams.
It's something that we'll all cherish for the rest of our lives, and it was a special moment.
Bhí deacrachtaí go leor ag Larry le gortaithe I gahabh híal immertha. A chunaide gnuach é is a golan donas se bhéidir, agus is minic hála sé go míoch píalnaid I móthir fort na himmertha.
When you get somebody who has or does like a cruciate and he plays on, other areas of your body, have got to take the strain. Somewhere like you're only human.
No matter what game you had, you knew in Larry Tompkins that you had the best prepared player. That's what came against him probably in his early 90s, when he should have really been in his prime. He would have been dogged with back injuries, groin injuries, knee injuries, and I think that the chances are because he pushed himself so much.
In nuidig nuach a cead bhain Larry cluife leachanis na héireann amach a ríist le Corca in 9 dún.
Time for Mickey Linden. Oh, he goes down. And it's with Farrell, and it's a goal. A And the kick by Larry Tompkins on target. Well, Cork will want to put a better gloss on the final score, but they don't have the chance because Down has won, and Down are through to the All-Ireland final.
I'd say from 94 to 95, Cork were in a little bit of transition.
Níideag nuach a cúig, bhí Larry trí bliana déag agus fi, achas timpeall Larry a hóig Billy Morgan a phlean mar. Bhil siad Ciarraí a gréibh na mún agus blá cléamhí le hub I glufi leach anis na héireann.
We had a few guys that probably, their best days were probably gone, but still we probably needed a bit of experience. We're trying to get the blend right, and in that game Dublin just pulled away from us.
He gets past Mark O'Connor. There's a goal here. There it is. It's Dublin against Tyrone on the third Sunday in September.
Heis níim líana san Anzi Darug, honnig Bucht Billy Morgan mar bhainisteoir na rebelúnaige. Chun den chláir bhí rumpa sa géad chlufa críomh.
I was honoured to be asked. I felt I had an appetite for it. Basically started from there in 97.
Come on, walk! And that's a good ball to Stephen O'Brien. Nemo combined. Martin Cronin back to Stephen O'Brien. Blocked. It's a goal for Cork. Jerkeen, he goes onto his right foot, not a good one, but it's good enough today. As Clare come within a shout of Cork.
We left the game on a knife edge at the end, and listen, the goal came 8 minutes into injury time. It was a killer blow.
They have to go for goal. Martin Daly getting inside. He can shoot. He shoots. A goal for Clare. Incredible. I don't believe it.
We left ourselves open, and we shouldn't have been in that position.
Only for the Martin Daly goal, Cork probably could have gone all the way that year.
What an end. Nobody expected it.
An bhliain dar gíon bhí Larry a catha Ganzi bhí híine go díist. Bhí sé gimar go mag an chlub agus chuir na rán í ceistir a cholig gimar tí glufi leach anis na mún in Ciarraí.
Huge day for him. People are saying it's a huge gamble that he's taking, coming back. As people want to see, is he the Tompkins of old?
People would have said it was a mistake. Listen, I gave it a go.
Now Larry Tompkins trying to sell the dummy, does so against Liam O'Flaherty, steadying himself, going for the score, and Larry Tompkins has scored. O'Regan has a chance, and he's scored. Down it goes, and here's a chance, and Kerry got back. It's all over. Kerry have won. They go on to another Munster final.
If we had to win the match, it would have been the greatest stroke of all times. I always look at these things, you're not too far away from, a clap in the back or a kick in the backside. So, unfortunately, I got the kick in the backside that day, so you move on.
Ach an bhliain dar gíon a said Ciarraí boilún chic I gréibh na mún. Díl Corcar chlufi canis na héireann agus céimheh le hob díist ach chun den na mí.
We set our stall out from a very early stage as regards like the commitment and focus, and we wanted every player working hard at their game. It was a game certainly that was there for the taking. I suppose their experienced players stood up when it really counted, like in the last 10 minutes, but we kicked, I'd say, 16 or 17 wides in an All-Ireland final. Again, that's not acceptable to win in any match. If you do that, well then, you can only put your hands up and say, listen, we've only ourselves to blame at the end of the day.
Larry, was he disappointed? Of course he was, but he was very gracious, and that's the way he was.
An bhliain dar gíon agus le coppla cinneán réitear bhí conspóideach hepar up an Ciarraí I gréibh na mún.
I could have probably said, listen, that was the end for me. I'd been there at that stage for 4 years. Would I move on? I just felt like that this team could do it.
Agus dáin sé mar bhainisteoir, ach bhíoh sé deach chuir Ciarraí bhla. Deadlo ba dhéana gréibh na mún a gábhílegus a dó, ach dúsáid fuir an fádí hé, doras cúil na críomh go maith.
I suppose when you're after beating a team already, the motivation lies in their hand.
Dangerous inside forward line, it's a goal!
At no stage did we in any way look like we could even match them in any sector on that particular day.
And they find the net through Cooper.
His Gael as a Gael nation agus bó Kiri go bóg is dorlam le Peter Keracol India no rega machine. Nor a Harleyan road machine being gacking a code dim auction.
Performance by the Kingdom.
I ráhílig sa trí hín díá céan ar baríist. Chostailt na nimmirí steach go mór na halbhúcháin agus na a cháile ar na limirí agus rus cumáin deide Larry as a manisteocht.
If it's something that it's your life's blood, it's hard to walk away from that.
It was kind of defining moment like that. I just looked ahead and said, like, listen, I just can't get any more out of this squad. I would have walked away, you know, broken hearted that that team didn't win an All-Ireland when we were so close on a couple of occasions.
When the history Gaelic games are written and looking at the great footballers,